If you play tank and you're progging DSR for the first time or just looking to improve your chances of winning in PF, this guide will show you all the common ways you can save a pull as tank. Now most of these recovery methods are going to involve tank LB in some fashion, but there are exceptions. So starting all the way in P6, the first mechanic we're going to be worried about is Akafa. There are some rare cases where a player will die without immediately enraging FFXIV. This is still a death sentence for whichever party only has 3 players, so if you ever see a 3 stack, immediately press tank LB in order to save the pull. Tank LB 1 should be more than enough to survive this. Moving on to Cauterize, there are basically 2 methods you can help to recover this mechanic. The first one is proactive, so if you see a lot of people dead before you even get to the wall for Cauterize, press tank LB before the hit in order to ensure no one else dies and makes the touchdown survivable. This method could also be useful if you mess up your own personal mitigation at the wall, as it'll ensure that you don't enrage FFXIV and you survive the tank buster successfully. I wouldn't be too reliant on this though, as you'll see in future examples that having tank LB going into P7 can be very beneficial. This is an example of how you can reactively recover Cauterize. Even if everything looks good at the wall, as soon as you hear that sound that FFXIV has enraged, you have to press tank LB in order to save everybody from lethal damage from the touchdown, because now it's doing much more damage than usual once he's enraged. Keep in mind that this method will only work if you have tank LB 2 or higher. If you have tank LB 1, unfortunately this isn't enough to save you. Moving on to phase 7, one of the most difficult things to recover is a tank death during exaflares. Because of how fast the auto attacks come out immediately following this mechanic, it'll snowball very quickly and start killing all of your DPS. So as soon as you finish dodging the exaflares, you want to tank LB3 to make all the auto attacks survivable. Once your co-tank is back up, you want to make sure to fix aggro before the next set of autos so you can continue the phase as normal. In this example, it worked out very nicely and the aggro stayed the same, but there will be cases where you have to reverse aggro for the rest of the phase just based on whichever vulnerability stacks that you have at the time. And finally, this example will show you how to cover a DPS death without tank LB. This requires some precise positioning as well as mitigation of your own in order to survive this. As soon as you finish dodging the exaflares, you want to step into the boss's hitbox but not directly center. You don't want to stand directly center because it's very difficult to tell if another DPS is going to cover for you or not. This will just ensure that if something does go wrong, you are the one eating the auto, not the party. Eating a tank auto as well as a mid auto will require mitigation, but you don't want to use so much that you can't solo your tower later. But in a worst case scenario, even if your healers have to babysit you to survive through the Akmorns, this is better than the entire party eating an auto and instantly wiping. This should cover the most common recoveries you can do as tank, so I hope this helps and good luck with your clears.